Alright, I told y'all we would be back. I told y'all we would be back with... Shit, Jesus Christ. I told y'all we would be back. And once again... It's like, once again, the NDAs are gone. The NDAs are gone. So what we're about to be witnessing here... Just buckle up, bro. What we are about to be witnessing here, buckle up. Also, I will be posting... Well, I'll have the links to not only the creator of this, but I'll have the link to ironmouse's donation. I didn't say this in my last video, but or maybe I did. But I'll have the link to ironmouse's donation in the in the I can't talk, in the description and probably in the comments, as well as the VTubers who are probably going to be in this video. I'll have their links to their Twitter in the description as well, just so that you can help support them if you are fans of those VTubers or anything like that, or if you might want to check them out, because once again, these people are going to need all the help they can get, especially after all of that has just happened here, and especially with them all now being technically, indie VTubers. Yeah. So, without further ado, let's get into this.
They're shutting down. That being the Vshojo VTuber company. Their CEO, the Gun Run, finally sending out a statement today. This all after numerous talents have left in the past days, among allegations of mispayments and embezzlement. The Gun Run removing all Vshojo branding from his account. As here now we have today's statement. Vshojo has failed, and I mismanaged the company into the situation you're all witnessing. So today I am sharing the difficult news that Vshojo is shutting down, and I take full responsibility for the decisions that led us to this point. I've been doing everything I can to fundraise and right the ship these past few months, but despite my efforts...
Okay, so I'm not even going to waste your time with this. We've been over this. Basically, he's trying to blame everybody but himself for basically stealing charity money and not paying their talent for like 6 months to a year. So yeah, we've already been over this. This is the closing. So now let's move on to the next thing here. Holy shit.
This as responding to the announcement is ironmouse. This former Vshojo talent replying, "You broke my heart, my spirit, and my trust." As now officially, Fruit is the final member to leave, tweeting out, "I've left Vshojo. As a day one talent, it's truly heartbreaking that it has come to this. I had the opportunity to achieve so much in the last 4 to 5 years. I am really anxious about becoming indie, but I'm going to continue doing what I set out to do and make fun things."
Hey, that's the best we can do. Once again, it's the positivity that has come out of this. I've been looking over at Twitter. Obviously everybody's shitting on Vshojo and the CEO and everybody who was involved with the bullshit. But the positivity that's like, this is probably the most united I have ever seen the VTuber community in my fucking life. So yeah, good on everybody for being positive, because this is a really, really shitty situation. And nobody deserves this shit, bro. Nobody deserves what just happened to these creators, while getting their payments stolen, and who knows what else that we're probably going to see during this video. The CEO not supporting their creators when they're going through something, like all of it, bro. All of it. So, yeah. Once again, I'm glad that there's some positivity coming out of this. Obviously, ironmouse raising over $10 million, which is a lot more than the $500,000 that Vshojo's CEO and his cronies had stolen from the charity. Think about that real quick. Like, ironmouse was able to raise over way past double the amount that they were actually going for the first time around. Nothing but positivity, man. If there's one thing that the VTuber community can do, is we work together, bro. When we get together to do something positive, bro, we can make some waves.
People, whether talent or staff, were the best part about the company. I had the pleasure of meeting so many inspiring individuals. I hope we can cheer them all on together moving forward. Saying, and finally doing my part, linking out to the Tiltify that ironmouse has been hosting these past days. Fruit.
Once again, if you guys want to donate, if you have the money to do so, because I already know that in the economy that we're in, tough times, but if you have that extra money to do so, I suggest also donating to the charity as well. And unlike in the last charity, what that ironmouse did, you know, Vshojo won't be touching this money. And neither will that CEO. So we're all safe here. Unless this company decides to do what Vshojo did, and then they're going to get cooked because, I mean, if you just look on screen right now, that's already well over, if I'm doing the math right, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 38, 41, 43, no, 44, my bad, $47,000 just with these guys alone. So once again, if you have the money, I once again will have the link down below. So, yeah.
As Apricot submitting $5,000 to this fund. As further responding was former Vshojo talent Zentrea saying, I don't know what to say. Further, Kason would reply, why didn't you let us know the moment you realized this situation? Why did I get the information 2 weeks ago, not from the company, but from my homegirls? Why did you...
Yeah, because they didn't want you to know. They basically, they knew they fucked up, but they didn't want to tell the talent because if they had told the talent would basically stop working because there's no money. There's no money. What they basically were doing was basically having the talent being used as workhorses because they weren't getting paid. They basically used the talent as workhorses while they tried to fix their fucking screw up, which wasn't even really a screw up. It was them being stupid and greedy because all that money that went to that charity probably, I wouldn't be surprised, went into their pockets. That's what happened. The CEO and all of his buddies probably stuffed all that money in their pockets, and then once they realized the chips started coming down, they probably started panicking, and now they're fucking cooked. And probably, and once again, I would argue, they're going to jail. There's no way they're not going to jail.
Lied to the JP branch a week ago that everything was good and taken
They're
care
going to
of.
jail,
It's not
bro.
about the money. It's about the dreams they shattered. I shattered. All because I was too dumb to believe talent-free was truly possible. Many future stars looked up to me, believed in me for what I'm doing. I'm so sorry, guys. I know I let you down.
You didn't let nobody down, bro. Let's be real. You didn't let nobody down. The only people who let you down and let the whole VTuber community down who believed in that company was the CEO and all the people working with him. Nobody who worked at that company as a talent, as somebody who was making content for Vshojo, should be apologizing at all for the bullshit that CEO did. And once again, the NDAs are gone. The NDAs are gone. And this video is 34 minutes. Trust me when I say, this is just the beginning.
Afterwards saying, thank you guys, I'm okay. I'm sure I'll be back soon making jokes about this because that's who I am, but I just need time. Adding, not 50%, not 2%. We are going way beyond. I'm here to announce the new record, 0% share by the name of Talent First.
Yep.
Kuro originally replying with, oh, I still don't get it. And further, my comment on this that I'm legally allowed to say, simply being, I think. Michi also posting, this is the face I be making when I'm holding back tears. While here, Amalie would reply, this is exactly what Copium merch did to me, and you promised it wouldn't happen to me again. I'm so beyond disappointed and frustrated, I don't even know what to feel anymore.
Shit, can't trust in them corporations, bro. This prime example. Apparently this person, I don't know who Copium merch is, but they probably did something similar to them, according to what I'm hearing, what we're seeing here. And now they joined Vshojo, and now Vshojo, once again, is doing the exact same. You can't trust these corporations, bro. You can't trust them. The only thing they care about is making money, and they will screw over anybody they can to do it.
He may hear with everything that's happened is incredibly infuriating, but most of all, so sad. It's no secret I started VTubing mostly as a haha side thing, but in reality, I was able to do so many amazing things, meet so many amazing people, it all started from Vshojo, just for them to do this.
Which is so sad, because once again, I feel like that's a lot of VTubers who join these mega corporations and agencies, is they a lot of the time started out doing this as probably a side thing, a kind of just hee hee ha ha, let's just do this on YouTube, or just YouTube in general, just kind of have it as a side thing. But through doing YouTube or through doing social media, or in this case VTubing, and joining these agencies, they met a lot of people, they made a lot of friends, and they were able to put a lot of positivity in the community. But because of greed, the corporations are fucking these same people over, and here we are. Tragic, man. Anybody want to talk about the tragic tale of Darth Plagueis the Wise? Nah, bro. We talk about the tragic tale of Vshojo the Greedy. Ironic, isn't it? He had the power to give some VTubers the way to put some positivity in the world, but it couldn't put any positivity in the world itself. I don't know if I said that right, but close enough.
And further, we have Giga, remarking Vshojo didn't just fail, many staff and leadership failed Vshojo. Instead of using talent money on operating costs, the company should have shut down or at least informed us, but you used...
That's what they should have done. Facts. They should have shut everything down and been like, shit, we don't got the money. The instant they knew they were out of money, they should have shut everything down. They would have avoided all of this, and it would have been understandable. Kind of. I don't know what they were spending the money on, but whatever they spent the money on, if it was actually worth, what they were supposed to be spending it on, I would hope, nobody would blame them if they just shut down because they were going bankrupt. Nobody. But instead, they decided to just treat them like workhorses and not tell them shit. And now here we are with VTubers who have been working for 6 months up to a year long, haven't been paid. And then on top of that, we got half a million dollars basically missing right now that's supposed to go to a charity. Crazy.
Use us as cash cows to keep things afloat while keeping us in the dark. You chose to keep the expensive sinking ship going and felt that it was fine to keep paying out to staff you were friends with instead of putting talent first. You made it abundantly clear that you are okay with not prioritizing the debts owed to the talent who made this company what it is.
Yep.
While saying you will take full responsibility is the correct thing to do, I also think there
I would hope you would. I would hope that the CEO of Vshojo would take full responsibility, because it's your fault anyway. You saying that you're going to take full responsibility doesn't mean shit, because you're going to take full responsibility regardless. There's $500,000 that's missing right now that needs to go to a freaking... There's $500,000 that's missing that needs to go to a charity right now, and there's 6 months up to a year's worth of pay that you still need to pay all these VTubers that you had at that agency, bro. You are taking 100% responsibility along with your accountant and whoever the fuck else was in charge of that shit. Say that, yeah, no, easy. That CEO is fucking cooked.
There are many others in the company without the same positive intent as conveyed in this message. In every leadership or staff call I had, you sat back and didn't say much while you had other staff members that were clearly the ones doing the actual work be the ones to speak. We know which leadership worked on our contracts. We know which leadership constantly sat in voice chat playing games with staff instead of working on time-sensitive tasks for our events and debuts. We know which staff consistently leaked information about talent. As the CEO, you are the final check, yes, but this means that all checks before you failed too. Hours later, Fruit saying, I'm really late to process my emotions. I find it difficult in times of stress. I don't know how I should be feeling or what it is I'm feeling, but today I feel like a bag of bricks landed on my shoulder suddenly. I didn't even get a chance to finish my termination process before the company claimed to shut down publicly. Saying to Madara Khan, I'm really sorry you had to go through all of this too. I'm so infuriated and frustrated for you. I still can't believe it. I love you. Here's to new beginnings. I look forward to seeing where life takes you.
Yeah. I know, like, one thing, once again, I don't think I stressed it enough in my previous videos, but one thing that I really feel bad for is the VTubers who worked for this company, whether it was from day one, or if they just started, or, whether they've been working there for a couple years. It's gonna suck. Like, it's gonna suck for them to have to get used to, like, bro, it feels like the rug, if you were working for that company, it feels like the rug just got torn from under you, for real. That's kind of the feeling I would expect, or at least I would think, because I'm trying to put myself in their shoes. I would think like the feeling that I have if I was in that situation working for a company like that, and then they pulled, I would feel like the rug just got pulled from under me. And while yes, now we can move on to new beginnings and that there's some positivity being built out to this, it still feels unreal. It still feels unreal that the company that says it's supposed to be talent for, talent first, basically the equivalent of a place that says we're employee first or we're union first or whatever it may be, and then they turn around and do this shit, and then on top of that, now out of nowhere, it's like before you even get a chance to do anything, boom, that same company that you believed in, that you put all your hope and faith in, that you went to do some positive things, not only did some negative shit and fucked everything up, but then on top of that, now they're bankrupt and they completely shut down. That's gotta feel really rough, bro.
Vtuber remarking to that statement, we trusted you and you knew how hard that was for some of us to do. Our communities, people who only ever do their best to support us and care for us, do not deserve this either. Case on saying, man, I wasn't ready for any of this. I'm only adding beyond broken and betrayed, but holding on to a semblance of hope. That is the other talent that I've met and formed friendships with over these past 6 months. You guys are the real ones, and I love you so much. I'm so sorry you all were suffering in silence for so long. Orca Caribou responding, we trusted you. I feel so hurt and betrayed. Henya saying, I had a wonderful time while I was in there, so because of that, it hurts my heart a lot. My community and my friends don't deserve this. I don't expect you to do anything at this point. Just please don't do this ever again to anyone.
They won't be able to because they're all going to jail. The IRS is about to be on that ass. They won't be able to hurt nobody like that ever again. The IRS is on that ass. And once again, if you really go deep into this within all the NDAs and everything that's out right now, that are completely broken and everything that's about to get announced, not only are the people in charge of this probably going to get crushed for doing all the embezzlement, the basically fraud, not paying your employees, stealing from a charity, which can land you up to 10 years in prison. We went over that in the last video. But then all the harassment, the backstabbing, and all the shit that they probably were doing behind the scenes outside of this, bro, whoever the top dogs were when it came to this company, including the CEO, when all this stuff comes out, yo, lawyer the fuck up because you are going to jail for a long time.
Trey here with a longer statement asking, why do you keep dodging my messages and concerns? When I wanted to do one-on-ones, you kept dodging or you gave me a short corporate answer. When I was under immense pressure from the community for answers about the auditions and I pleaded for a statement by your PR team, you told me it wasn't needed. You made a tiny video instead, looking like you were hurt and upset, saying sorry instead of meeting me one-on-one for my concerns, and I was left crying and frustrated. But like an effing dog, I went back and happy to even get something from you, because oh man, boss actually answered me. Then debuting new talents and such, even after the community kept asking about it and kept waving it off and letting me take the punches. I smiled, I effing brushed it off and kept pushing the company because I was hopeful for new talent and bringing new people to help. Instead, I find you were hiring people without input and poaching without even the idea of truly helping them other than financial gain. You didn't even know who you were bringing in. You and the team told us to just take it. You and some people were really ready for me to be thrown under, over, and over. Even when Amelie joined, I begged you to put out a statement regarding auditions before she announced her debut stream. You gave us the middle finger. Me and Amelie had to put out a statement because your PR team was unfit for the job. I took it all. Why did we have to say anything at all? Why did I have to keep taking the effing damage over and over? You were hurting me well before this. You know you have. I've been pushing a company so blindly, they didn't even care for me. But I'm an idiot and I kept believing. I was so excited for this. I spent sleepless nights dealing with constant harassment, and you spent money, which you didn't even have, without even warning us on God knows what, and you knew, don't even lie, you knew that money was for charity and was supposed to be placed to the side to be untouched. Where did $11 million go in less than 3 years?
Yeah, that's a good question. That's a really good question. Where did $11 million go? Better yet, here's an even better question. Where the fuck did $500K go? How do you do that? Like, I beyond silent. I can't even. I don't got words for this.
Even. What happened to all that money? I'm just really tired from all these years of trying to push for something that kept pushing me to the wolves. I was so stupid, but I was so excited. I really trusted you. We all did. Despite everything, I don't wish you any ill will. I just hope you find some way to make this right. Ironmouse remarking, I have no...
They won't. The kind of people that did the shit that they just did, there's no sympathy for people like that.
Words, I don't even know what to say. And today in Lord Athelson's chat, sharing I would be told certain things about people, and I would feel like I was losing my sanity because they were fine with me when we spoke, but they would tell me they hated me, so I started questioning my reality. Even people I worked with. And I was like, WTF, how? I just saw them at an event. What do you mean? They would tell me artists hated me. Speaking of numbers, Ironmouse would say...
I'm gonna be real, I wouldn't be surprised if Vshojo had it to where they had their own people fighting against each other in there on purpose, like they just spread some rumors or some bullshit so that they wouldn't be focusing on the true enemy, which was the CEO and all his clowns. I would not be surprised, bro. I would not be surprised.
Kason said a Ferrari worth. I can't say how much exactly, but I will say this. House. Me. Alongside, yeah, I'm glad Booby didn't join. Thank goodness he almost did. And now we have some ex-Vshojo towns chiming in further. Bebe saying, and so our NDAs are now void. Why I left Vshojo. Back in 2023, Vshojo tried to bully me into one of the most predatory contracts that I have ever seen. When I tried to ask more about it, their COO got extremely hostile with me and refused to answer any of my questions. And so I had to hire a lawyer in order to get some clarification. During the talks, it became clear that Vshojo would rather let me go than to take less away from me. They were ultimately wanting me to give up more than half of all my sponsorship revenue and over 60% of all merch sales. So I asked them in return is to not take a cut of the sponsors that I was getting through Mythic Talent, as that cut was already being taken. They said no, they want it all. And so I asked...
No big surprise there. Shit, with Shy Lily, we once again just went over this. Shy Lily wanted to put in a clause that when it came to third-party stuff, they're not allowed to touch it. And here we are, bro. It comes full circle. It comes... What Shy Lily dodged a fucking bullet, bro. She dodged a nuke. She dodged a Getsuga Jujisho at point-blank range. Because Jesus.
To leave after being treated like I was disposable in our talks, they basically made it seem like they were my employer and that they're the reason for my success. That I owe them and that I should be happy to give them my money. In order for me to leave, they demanded I sign an NDA that prevented me from speaking to any of the other talent about it. I could not say why I was leaving. Yep. I could not say what the terms
Why am I not surprised, bro? Like, bro, I swear to God, like, it just gets worse, bro, every single time. It just gets worse.
Was saying no to were. I even got in trouble for advising them to hire their own attorneys. They would watch my streams, read my Discord, and then threaten to sue me. If I said anything that hinted towards how I really felt about the company, I was threatened with a lawsuit. Another one of their leave terms was that they will announce both me and Silver on the same day in order to minimize the damage to their company. Their COO has begun to push a narrative on 4chan, yes, I'm serious, and other social media that I am leaving because I plan to join OTK, and that both me and Silvervale are troublemakers, so they were quote-unquote letting us go.
See, what did I say, bro? They out here turning people against them. Probably inside and outside the company, bro. They did this. Yeah, they did the same shit to Silvervale. We already went over this in the last video. They did the same shit to Silvervale when she was getting harassed and everything after the whole Hogwarts Legacy incident and all the other shit, bro. It's good. It's gone. It is cooked.
Later, I found out that Nyanners wanted to leave around the same time due to also being unhappy with the contract, but was told that she couldn't because it did not fit their narrative that they were pushing internally and externally. The amount of hate we've gotten over leaving, from fans calling us greedy beaches to people saying we're abandoning our friends and tossing aside the company because we're successful enough, that's what's effing painful. Not being able to say anything sucked. I only found out I didn't get paid for any of my sponsors after I had already signed the NDA. After 2 years, I've still not been paid back fully. To add insult,
somebody's going to jail, bro. The IRS is about to have a fucking field day with these fools. What do you mean you haven't been paying somebody for 2 years? Oh my god, bro.
Insult to injury, they also demanded I had to pay them back $10,000 for some of the anniversary assets, which they sent me back months later were half finished. Despite all that, I've had immense faith that the company has gotten better over the past 2 years. I assume they rewrote their contracts after losing 3 people due to them and seeing all the new talent join. Clearly, this was not the case. Now, for some fun facts. Their company lawyer has an expired law license. He literally does not practice law anymore, yet he was our point of contact for any legal help we needed.
Yeah, that shit's illegal. That shit's illegal. Because what if something actually happened that you needed to have a lawyer for? Within, that shit's illegal. All right, we already started with that. Jesus, man, it keeps getting worse.
They actively pitted us against one another during my time there and compared our success to others. They tried enforcing streaming schedules so that our view count would look better due to less overlap. They would always S-talk other VTuber agencies. They literally would spend company money to get a tiny dig at them, especially Hololive. It literally lived rent-free in Gunrun's head. They were convinced Hololive was over when they signed Kason and Nazna. Our previous talent manager got...
That's no big surprise. I'm not gonna be real. I'm not gonna act like that's a shock that they started paying people to talk shit about their competition. That's like bread and butter for these companies. Like, well, you don't think that these fast food companies talk shit about each other's burgers? You don't think these pizza companies out here talking shit about each other's pizza? There's literally memes around this kind of shit, bro. There's memes. You don't think KFC and Popeyes aren't talking shit about each other's chicken, even though it's the same, probably same shit? Like, I'm not surprised about that. It's still stupid, by the way. I'm not excusing it, but, like, bro, I'm not surprised that they were doing any of this.
Ghosted for 6 months by Gunrun, told not to do any work for us, and then got fired for quote-unquote not doing anything during the fiasco. We weren't able to get any assistance. Moten Do got reprimanded for being creepy to us. LOL. Got told not to message us privately. Go figure. This being one of the co-founders of Vshojo, having left...
Yep. This dude had left 2 months before this shit just went down today. 2 months before everything went down. And he was a top person, too. He was one of the top people before he left. Like, he was one of the ones making the big decisions before he left. Meaning that this idiot right here knew what was going on for the last year and a half. Probably at this point. He knew what was going on. He's cooked.
The VTuber agency. Veve continuing on, I have proof from other streamers attending their IRL parties that Moten Do would actively S-talk me after I left the company to paint me in the worst light imaginable. Don't know why you're acting innocent on Twitter pretending you weren't aware of anything. Can't wait to see all the S that comes out about you because there's loads, but those aren't my stories to tell.
Damn. Clocked him. Just absolutely destroyed him, bro. So you thought you were gonna get away with that shit? Nah, bro. We got some dirt on your dumb ass, too. You also, and I'm not surprised. I called it in the last video. Yeah, you probably were doing some dumb shit, too. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a million. You were up in there doing some dumb shit, too. The only reason you left is because you knew what was happening. You knew the ship was about to freaking sink, and you thought that you could escape by freaking leaving the company. Like, once again, if I was him and I saw this going on, the last thing that I would be doing is yapping my mouth off. I would be keeping my mouth shut. Because there's no way, like, I'd be going deep undercover. I wouldn't be doing anything. My name would be the last thing you hear if I was that dude. Because you are just as bad as the rest of the people up in there, especially considering, once again, that this person was one of the top people up there. Yeah.
Thanks for rating, and thanks to those who stuck around between then and now. Thank you for giving me, Silver, and Nyan the benefit of the doubt when we needed it most. They adding they'll have to steal from another charity to sue me. And further along, we do have Nyanners flying with, wow, we suddenly have $500,000 in our company bank account. Could this be for the charity one of our biggest talents raised the exact same amount of money for that we promoted and known about for months? Nah, definitely not related. Ha ha ha. Really? Lamau, come on, man. Adding, so is the COO gonna say anything anything about his involvement, or is he busy Googling, how do I renew my law license past the deadline? Yanners later, in reply to Vebe, remarking Mountain Dew had the audacity to talk S about you to my face at a party the year that we all left, and painted you as some kind of conniving, greedy, mean girl who was in my ear and manipulated me into leaving Vshojo just because you wanted me to join OTK because, quote, her boyfriend Soda is part of that org, or for personal gain, or some S. He got uncomfortably close.
I told y'all, I literally said it in the middle of the video. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I knew that these idiots probably had started up some bullshit so that they'd have the VTubers inside the corporation, inside of the agency, all fighting each other instead of fighting against the dumbass CEO and his fucking buddies. I called it. I freaking called it.
And up in my face and was like, come on, I know the real reason you left. I know it was because of Vey. She talked you into it, etc. And it was infuriating. I know he spread that same S to other staff, talent, and other industry people. Seeing one of my closest friends get dragged through the mud like this for years was awful. You did absolutely nothing wrong and had so much S flung at you just because they wanted to push a narrative to protect the company. For him to act like he's completely blameless is insulting. He is a creepy mother effer, and there's a lot more obviously, but a lot of it is also not my story to tell.
Bro, this is about to be a whole 12-year document on this dude alone, probably, it sounds like. Sounds like there's about to be a whole 12-page document, Google Doc, in VTuber fashion, done on this dumbass. And I can't wait to see it, bro. I can't wait. We might have to live stream some of this shit, because, yo, this is crazy.
Most damning today, by far, was Silvervale, taking the stream to talk about her experiences. This now in a following sequence of clips, firstly elaborating on how Mama Vale was required to sign an NDA.
Oh yeah, they had my mom sign one. I forgot to mention that.
Ah, hell no. They had her mom sign an NDA? They didn't want nobody to know the bullshit going on up in there. You're telling me the mom, who isn't even working for you, you had the mom sign an NDA? Yeah, it's over.
She's not my manager or anything. She's literally just my mom. But she's come on stream with me. I guess they just wanted to NDA her so she couldn't say anything either, because she knew what was happening and what I was going through. So they wanted to like cover their bases so that she wouldn't say anything either.
Silvervale also elaborating she made more outside of Vshojo.
I was so excited for it, I think I cried. Like when I got my very first sponsor. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Bro, Silvervale really got like the short end of the, like, I know technically everybody got the short end of the stick. But like just hearing what Silvervale went through, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. Like, bro, there's no reason. Come on now.
Obviously, I cry really easily, so it's not saying a lot. But like, it was a huge deal to me. It was the first sponsor that I had after a year of being a Vshojo, which honestly was kind of nuts in itself that it took so long to get one. When getting sponsors was their main job, and it took them a year to get me one. That's kind of insane. It wasn't even like a big game, but it was my very first official sponsor, and like I was so excited. And that was in 2021, and I didn't get paid for that one either. Like it was years. It was years of this. To put it in perspective, I made more money in the first few months in Mythic than I made in my whole entire time in Vshojo. And I contacted someone I knew professionally who introduced me to a lawyer, and they were absolutely fantastic, and I'm so thankful for them for navigating such a crazy situation. Like this was insane. Yeah. She said the contract they wanted me to sign was the most predatory she'd ever seen, and she like specializes in this kind of stuff, so that was really telling. I had asked Vshojo to adjust the contract, and they refused.
No big surprise. They did the same thing with Shy Lily when she asked them to, do what she wanted, and they refused because we all know why. They want money. Jesus is like
that we had lawyers helping us with leaving and looking over the
NDA's
contract.
gone, bro. These corporations are fucking cooked.
To the other talents for using a lawyer,
which
is crazy. Like, we were made to look evil and greedy when it was a perfectly logical thing for us to want to be paid what we're owed and for wanting to be careful with something as serious as your livelihood. But I could never warn anyone publicly. And frankly, like, if I did, who would have even believed me? Vshojo was a huge brand, and they had so much power and sway. Like, they were terrifying. You may not realize it, but they were terrifying. Like, the threat of them suing me was very real, and it haunted me for a really, really, really long time.
That shit is fucking wild, bro. That shit is fucking wild, dude. Shy Lily, like, the more I think about this, once again, I did a whole video yesterday reacting to Shy Lily and her explaining how the contract that she got from Vshojo worked. She dodged a fucking nuke, bro.
Like, even before it was announced that I was leaving, I had just mentioned in my Discord, just like casually, that I was stressed and I needed to cancel the stream, and they contacted my lawyer because of that and threatened to sue me if I hinted that I was leaving or unhappy at all, just because I said I was stressed. So imagine me saying anything else. Like, we were lied to and misled for a long time. We were pitted against each other and told different things so that if anything went wrong, we blamed each other instead of the agency. They had leaderboards, like internal leaderboards, to make us compete against each other. You were considered a problem person for rocking the boat or voicing any concerns. We were told not to discuss sponsorships or what staff told us to each other. They did everything they possibly could to compartmentalize all of us and make it feel like we were nothing without them. The internal culture just made it feel like you had to work for brownie points in hopes of, like, getting...
Basically, you gotta kiss ass up in there in order to actually get some shit done. That's how that company operates. You gotta kiss ass up there in order to get something done. It was basically a competition to see who could kiss the ass of these dumbasses more, and they basically turned their own talent against each other. Absolutely insane.
Getting their support and adoration. They had convinced us that we were working for them when they were supposed to be working for us.
Silver also being told by the CEO that she was a damage to the brand. This in relation to her playing Hogwarts Legacy.
I was put into a call with Gunn, the CEO of the company, like someone that I admired and I looked up to and I wanted to please, someone that I thought was the coolest person ever. And he told me that I was a damage to the brand, that I was a disappointment. I was told that me being harassed was an inconvenience to the other talents and not to talk to them. Optics were more important than their own talents' well-being. And I was suspended from streaming.
Bro, imagine, once again, I said this in the last video, so I'm not going to repeat myself too much, but imagine you're the one getting doxxed, harassed by a bunch of, basically the 2% of weird people on Twitter because they think you're homophobic for playing a video game, which has got to be the most retarded shit of all time. And then while you're getting this harassment, not only do you get zero support from the agency who's supposed to be protecting you or at least supporting you during that time, but then they try to not only say that you are a disgrace to the company, but on top of that, they just suspend you from streaming, and on top of that, say that you're a problem. That is like, what the fuck? That is like some depression right there, bro. Now, luckily for us, Silverbill, you know, she's good. But I know some people out there sometimes that they can't handle having to deal with all that and getting blamed for some shit that they... Bro, that's like some suicidal shit for real. Some people would actually just like, bro... Like, man, they would... Crazy, man.
They said it wasn't a suspension because they weren't that kind of agency. But what else do you call being told not to stream? And when we left, they, of course, discredited us to the staff and the other members. Like, they painted us as troublemakers and problem people. That we were greedy and asked for more money. There's, like, so many horrible things just to avoid the truth that they were stealing from us. And they intentionally announced Vay and I leaving at the same time, so it looked like we left together, even though Nyan wanted to leave at the same time. And they refused to let her leave at the same time because they wanted it to look better for them. Like, it's not like we were all jumping ship at the same time. They literally held her hostage. I later found out that they'd been slandering me to musicians and artists that I had worked with through Vshojo, and slandering me to companies and ruined potential business partnerships that I was really, really excited for some of my like dream collabs that were gonna happen.
In addition, last night, Dokibird would talk.
Craziness, bro. And Dokibird, oh god. I haven't heard about Dokibird in fucking forever, bro. I haven't heard about this. I haven't heard about her. I mean, she's not in my algorithm. A lot of these VTubers aren't really in my algorithm, but I know about them because I'm on Twitter sometimes, and sometimes I see videos from these guys. But, yeah. This ought to be good.
On this subject, confirming, unlike all of the other ex-Nijisanji talents, she was not approached by Vshojo to join the agency.
So
Really?
for those who are wondering, I did know. I want everyone to go support Mint tomorrow as well because it will be her 5th year anniversary, and she's been going through a lot. I did know about that she got signed to Vshojo for a while. I think like around the time she got signed, I didn't know about it. But I didn't provide too much details about like what was going on and everything. And cause you know, I just let her tell me stuff like if she wanted to, or like, you know, I try not to pry too much. So I didn't know how bad it was because I just knew like the surface level details. And I was like, and then like, you know, months sort of passed and it was like, oh, aren't you supposed to debut in Vshojo? And she was like, yeah, but he got pushed back. And I didn't know reasoning. I didn't pry about it. And I was just back
For
down.
anybody who's wondering what I'm giggling at, I'm just looking at everybody cooking Vshojo right now. They are cooking them. They are cooking them. I can't stop laughing my ass off because, yo, these memes. These fucking memes, bro. Oh, leave it up to the VTuber community to come up with some wholesome ass memes for that stupid, for something as dumb as this that happened, bro. Oh my god. Fucking cooked. Yo, bro. I can't. All right, let me stop, bro. Let me stop. This is, oh my god.
I was like, oh, that's great. More time to prepare. You know?
Like, bro, you know what? At this point, can we get somebody to release some shit from Nijisanji and Hololive? You like, bro, if this is what Vshojo got, you already know the Hololive and fucking Nijisanji on some BS up in there. Yo, I need somebody like, bro, at this point, fuck it, let it all burn, bro. Let it all burn. Let's get it done. Let's fucking do it, bro. Like, Jesus.
I was like, oh, that's cool. You get more time to prepare for your debut. Like, yeah, because I didn't know what was going on. I was like, at least you get to have a better debut and everything. Like,
That's
but
crazy.
I did want to like address this thing because of like there were so many like rumors and stuff going around. But for those who were wondering, no, I was never approached by Vshojo. I didn't realize how big the rabbit hole was, and I'm finding out so much information at the same time as you guys right now. No VTuber company wanted me or like gave me an offer or like approached me to help me after, you know, I got fired.
Yeah, honestly, that's probably for the best. I'm gonna be real. Not because of you, but because these VTuber companies, these corporations in general, are fucking dog water. Straight garbage.
And got thrown into being indie. A lot of people forgot that like I was basically like super taboo and radioactive and also controversial. And I didn't get any offers. There was no poaching.
Yo, somebody said, yo, we smoking on that Vshojo pack. I know I said I'd stop, but oh my god, these memes, I can't, oh my god. Yo. Oh my god. Yo. Yo. Yo, this is a week for some content, man. Like, Vshojo is so fucking cooked. They are so fucking cooked. And I know I've been saying that a lot, but oh my god. This is
when it
this is gonna be
comes
put
to
in the
me.
history books,
Also
bro.
alleging that she was further in talks with Vshojo is Shondo.
Jesus
Here now talking about what
Christ.
her deal breaker was.
You're cool with collabing with Vtubers? She didn't say Vtubers. You're cool with collabing with guys and IRL streamers and things like that? Because I took a look at your page and it seems like you don't collab with many people. And I said, oh, no, I don't. No. No, not me. I was like, I don't have a problem, but no, I don't really want to. Just a personal thing. I'm not really into that. And she was like, oh, so what if... And then she was like, okay, alright, what if the guy has a lot of viewers?
Bro, what kind of stupid ass questions are we asking right now, bro? Who are these corporations, bro? I know somebody did not just type in Niji Sanchi in 5. Oh my fucking god. I'm dying right now, man. I need to get off of Twitter. These guys.
I went completely silent for a minute because I was like,
yo.
She's like, what if it's a male talent, a part of the group? And at the time, I was like, the company is called Vshojo.
Shondo reacting, bro accidentally put the $500,000 he was supposed to donate to charity and the millions for the talents into the Lamborghini fund. Silly mistake. Who hasn't done that? And regarding the termination of Monterey Con earlier this year by Vshojo, here now we have one of her business associates, Bricky, speaking out on that matter.
I see a bit of a
here we go.
Conspiracy theory.
We got one of the homies. We got the IRL, bro. We got the IRL out here.
That Matara's, for lack of a better word, firing from Vshojo had anything to do with her work with Orchid 8. That is completely just conjecture and conspiracy. As far as I'm concerned, absolutely nothing revolving around us working with her for merchandise had anything to do with her termination. In fact, for the most part, as far as I'm aware, she came to us because Vshojo was not doing a very good job with merchandise and she wanted someone to do it better. We are owed about 15 grand from Vshojo that we will...
God damn, who these people owe everybody. There's no way that everybody getting their money back. These people owe everybody. Who they owe now? Probably 10 plus VJ. Bro, oh my shit. These guys owe so much money. Oh my god. Yo.
Will most likely not see. There's a very good chance that money is completely frozen and will not ever see our bank accounts.
We also have two official statements, one from Agent Inc. saying, in light of the recent events, we want to reassure our community that all Vshojo collaboration items sold on our website, including the Zentria
Yeah,
sword.
nah, the thing that's really gonna suck is all the corporations that collab with Vshojo, man, they're gonna have to clean that shit up. They're gonna have to clean that shit up, bro. Damn.
Will be fulfilled as planned and are not affected by the recent Vshojo situation. Alongside that, we have Infinity saying, we are aware of the ongoing situation involving Vshojo and their talents.
What is that
As many of you know, we recently designed a collection.
What was that one anime? It's one that, I forgot which one it was. Is that anime business that does anime wraps for their cars? Is it Anime Sauce? Is it Anime Sauce or is it Sauce Anime or something like that? I forgot what it was, but they do wraps for cars. I think they got something that they're probably going to have to do soon.
For Project Melody and Henya, which launched as a pre-order on the Vshojo store and was scheduled to conclude this past Monday. There was also an earlier in-stock release with products for ironmouse, Zentria, and Haruka Caribou. All sales and transactions were managed exclusively through the Vshojo store by their team, and we do not have access to any sale information or funds collected. At this time, we have not received an order from Vshojo and are actively working to gain clarity. We're sorry for the issues this is causing and appreciate your continued
Bro, you're not going to get shit out of them at this point, bro. They're getting cooked everywhere and anywhere. They're getting cooked everywhere. There's nothing that they can do, bro. They're getting
patience and
cooked
understanding as we
everywhere.
navigate this situation. Numerous friends and VTubers reacting to this statement, one of them being Shy Lily, looking at that statement of we should be able to do so and cover all expenses and remarking, brother, you've somehow been bleeding $11 million while maintaining the most successful and biggest VTuber roster in Western EN history and figured that all just go away on its own. What a weird...
Isn't this company based in California too? Like, how's California law dealing with this? Because they're done. They are getting cooked after this. If I'm correct, because I was talking about it in my last video, about what would happen if they were to steal from a charity in Washington. But how does it work in California? That's the real, I'm really curious.
Weird way to say, so basically I've been sitting ducks while watching this ship sink, and instead of sitting down with the talents and explaining the situation and finding ways to fix the business model, we went about hiring more and bigger talent to rake in more profits to cover our incompetence. Rosedoodle, who among other VTubers, had been in talks to join Vshojo back during the 2021 to 2022 auditions, only for those auditions to be closed, remarking this post could have ended after the first line. There is no way you didn't know. Newbie simply responding, pathetic. Val the Whale replying, this is exactly what Studio Cell and Copium Merch did to us. Pretending the ship wasn't sinking, and instead of being honest, took everyone down with them. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. Menace here saying, from the message I gather, you also couldn't afford a PR person. Sorroway remarking,
they couldn't afford they couldn't afford the socks on my feet right now, bro. And that wasn't a hard line. Shit. Yeah, maybe it was, bro. Maybe it was. They couldn't afford shit. Vshojo CEO and the rest of those fools, they couldn't afford the Yu-Gi-Oh cards that I'm holding in my hand. And these shits probably ain't worth that much. I mean, it's Blue Eyes, but yeah. We saw this comment. Blowing your own money is reckless, but blowing other people's money, especially charity funds, that's not a mistake. That's disgraceful. You don't get to play it. Yeah.
Blowing your own money is reckless, but blowing other people's money, especially charity funds, that's not just a mistake, it's disgraceful. You don't get to play with trust like that. So on here with, I can't fathom a line of thought that would allow anyone to create this kind of narrative and think it's believable. Claiming to put creators first with all the hardships you've given to every single talent, past and future is such a bold-faced lie. I hope you can find more words than these. The communities are the ones who are the heart of this space.
And see, that's the thing I never understand with these corporations. Is like, bro, why do you fuck over why are you fucking over your talent or whoever is working for you? You do realize that without the talent, without your employees, this goes for any corporation, this goes for any company. Without the small person who is the reason why you're getting angry, oh, you don't exist because you ain't doing shit. As the CEO, as we've heard in plenty of different things here, you weren't doing anything. You were not doing anything. Without the talents, without the people providing the entertainment, you are nothing. You are nothing. And this goes for every company, fast food. Without your employees, you got who's going to flip your burgers if there's no employees? Who's going to make your food if there ain't no employees? And in this case with Vshojo, who's going to make your videos? Who's going to make your talent? Who's going to be out there making entertainment for your company if there's no talent? No employees. Like, I will never understand why they think they could just fuck over their employees and just get away with it. And once again, whatever you do in the dark will always come to light. I always have believed it, and I will always believe it. We're seeing it happen right now. Jesus, man, I will never get it. But then in the end, these corporations, they don't care. Shit, the only thing they care about is money.
Protected, cry with, and cheer those talents care how they gotta get it from them. Pixel right here with, you don't spend money you don't have, especially other people's money and charity money. God, we really do need Finances 101 for people in this space. So Tina, here now with, I'm sorry, but this makes no sense to me. How do you overspend this badly? Was there no one managing the books? What do you mean as a CEO of the company you later learned the funds for ironmouse's record-breaking charity subathon were meant for charity? Cassie here saying, I didn't know, I didn't understand, convenient but despicable despicable words. Despite replying, the members deserve so much better. Joel here with, I have so many things I would like to say, even if we believe the good intentions part, the lack of communication and intention to work with talent to fix things from your party is insane. Ariel.
Yeah, because here's the thing. I would believe that they had good intentions with this if they actually contacted the talents and told them what was going on. They didn't even do that. That's why I don't believe the bullshit, because they didn't contact nobody, according to what we know. They didn't contact a single one of their talents and telling them that we're in a financial situation. We might have to shut everything down. We're going bankrupt. We don't have enough to pay y'all, and we don't have enough to pay this. Well, actually, they had enough to pay the charity. They stole from ironmouse's charity, so the charity was going to get their money anyways until Vshojo took it. But yeah, they could have said something a long time ago to their talent. This has been going on for over a year, probably even longer than that. Like, bro, I don't buy it.
Decisions made on literally every front were so horrendously bad, it would be irresponsible to call them business decisions. It was for charity. Quinn Bennett replying, you guys played with people's dreams like it was a situationship, me included, and held us in limbo for months. I really used to believe in Vshojo, which makes this all the more disappointing. KU saying, but where the money owed at? Alongside
Yeah, facts. Where's the money at? Bro, do you understand the IRS is about to have a fucking field day with these idiots? Holy.
Effing speechless, going offline for the night. What a week. Timmy here, remarking disappointing the fact that your NDA made your talents not even speak about how awful y'all were to them. Too pathetic.
Oh, they're about to start calling them out now. They're about to start calling them out now. Trust me. Trust me. The NDAs are basically null and void at this point because Vshojo's cooked. We're about to see a lot of freaking sparks fly.
Alongside, we have Megalodon. This time last month, tweeting out, I want to join a VTuber agency. Anyone willing to take widow old me? Today saying, actually, I think I'm good. As Starlight Daryl tweeted, Gunrun was a dear friend and someone I once respected and admired. I love Vshojo so much. I believed in Vshojo's mission more than anything, and I poured so much of my work and my self-worth into helping build their brand. There are no words that can adequately describe my anger and disappointment in Vshojo and Gunrun. If gambling with the talent's money, especially Mouse's charity money, was truly necessary to save the company, then I wish Vshojo would have shut down long ago instead.
Probably would have. It probably would have. It probably would have, bro. I'm gonna be real. Like, once again, they've been operating under the assumption that they've been broke. From what we know, we know that Vshojo hadn't been paying its people for like over a year. They have been broke. Been broke, bro. And yeah, no, like she said at the end, it sucks. Because yeah, for the fans of people who, enjoyed Vshojo's talents and whatnot, everything like that, and for, the people who know about Vshojo, it really sucks to see this, especially if you admired the CEO, which, holy fuck. Damn. But then it's like, bro, the talents that worked for that company that had their hearts and dreams basically crushed because the CEO decided to be a dumbass along with the rest of the people in the higher-ups, that sucks.
Betrayed and heartbroken, but that pales in comparison to what the talents are going through. They need our support now more than ever. Mirrodin here saying, skimmed some tweets and couldn't find an acknowledgement from the main account, but the JP account clearly acknowledged half the revenue was going to be donated and the official account retweeting them.
And she skimmed some tweets, can't find acknowledgement in the main account, JP account, clearly acknowledging half the revenue was going to be donated, and the official account retweeting. Yeah, no, I know what they're talking about. They're talking about how, Vshojo basically, the Japanese and the English versions of the accounts knew about the whole, they knew about the donations going to that immunity fund. The ironmouse side. Yeah.
There's no way you can make a claim that you didn't know. Remy replying, I hope that someday, somehow, little by little, you can make things right for everyone. Cottontail VA, fresh from vacation and just finding out about all of this morning, reacting to the line of which I later learned was intended for a charitable initiative and saying back, what else would it be for, buddy? Your pockets? I'm so disappointed and tired of this. Vshojo truly lived long enough to become the villain. Founder and CEO of Faku, Jake.
You either become the hero or you live long enough to become the villain, bro. I think that's the way that quote works. Jeez, man. I still can't believe it, bro. I'm still in shock.
Saying, I've known Justin a long time, and I know his heart was in the right place with Vshojo, which is why I haven't commented on this until now. That said, this is not enough. He needs to make it clear he's going to reimburse everyone.
Yeah, everybody. Like, this doesn't end until everybody gets their money back. Every single cent of that money is to go back to these people, and especially that charity, because that's 500, bro. He doesn't have a choice with that charity, let alone the rest of his people, bro, because that's illegal as fuck. That's illegal as hell.
They're owed no matter how long it takes. He has the talent and resources to do this. Ugubear replying, I think it's obvious he had good intentions, but truthfully it means nothing now that we're at this point. He could have admitted his mistakes and not continued to dig deeper and deeper.
Like, it doesn't matter if you have good intentions at first and then, but it does not matter if you have good intentions at first. Everybody can have good intentions about something at first, but the moment you make the mistake and then you say nothing, like, that's your choice. It's not like somebody forced him to not do anything. He did that of his own free will. No excuse.
Meanwhile, Yoshi would react with, and this, ladies and gentlemen, is another addition to the worst apologies in history. How can you retweet Mousie's success tweets of the subathon that are saying she's donating half of charity and then claiming you didn't know? That's psychotic. I can't find any other words for this. Mim also seeing this and saying, how could you not know the money was for charity? Was your CFO asleep? As finally we have Pasta Ravioli simply saying, enjoy jail. Prior to all this, we also have...
Hey, that's me right there, baby. Enjoy the jail, bro. Because you guys, you get in and put, at this point, fuck the jail. You need to be put below the jail.
Kenya last night saying thank you guys for all the kind words. Dio, I'm looking at it one by one and it makes me tear up. I'm still taking care of the situation right now and I'm scared to be honest, but I am so glad I have so much support from you guys. Thank you so much, Dio. Well, further along, we have one of the hidden/secret members that were intended to debut with a new generation of Vshojo, that being...
Bro, Jesus. And they were about to debut into this?
Phoebe Chan saying thank you everyone. My heart feels so hurt and yet so full because of all of your support and kindness. I want to return it tenfold. I'm about to take off on a plane, but I'd like to talk on stream either after I get back or while traveling. I'll find a way to bloom. Here also with Vshojo told me I should dream big, so I made a list of goals that I wanted to continue to work towards and hopefully accomplish during my time with them. Obviously the plan has changed, but I hope I can make these dreams happen some other way. Also with their own list is another hidden/secret talent that was intended to debut after with Vshojo, that being Tori Ariane. Here with found a list of some of my goals I had being with Vshojo. I can still do all of these. They just feel more out of reach than ever. Tori giving us this soul ferryman of the underworld.
Bro, that looks cool as fuck. That looks like something on a Ruby. And of course, it's nice, the scythe. The scythe, bro. I approve.
Reference sheet, all the while also giving us update is Michi Mochivi saying in light of more news, if you're an artist that has worked with me under Vshojo and haven't gotten paid yet, please reach out to me or to Maiko. I'm super sorry for the whole mess, but we'll make it right. Maiko here remarking many of us tried our best significantly beyond our roles with only hope to work with. I wish I could have done more for talents, fellow staff, and the community. I'm sorry. This year and especially week has been so incredibly heartbreaking, stressful, and tiring. Also formerly a part of that staff, Hoshi saying I can 100% confirm.
So yeah, no, you gotta think about this. The staff, you know, just the regular old staff who didn't probably know anything about what was going on, bro. You know they were stressing, bro. Like, you don't, I didn't talk about this enough, but like just the regular old staff who didn't know anything that was going on in the company, having to deal with something like this and see that the talents are going through what they're going through, that had to be rough, man. Not being able to do anything about it until now.
This, the Vshojo talent team tirelessly advocated for their talent. I witnessed them go above and beyond on so many levels, not just for the talent, but for me as well. This past year and a half was incredibly difficult, and I genuinely don't know how I would have made it without their kindness and support. Please send them extra love and support during this time. Love you so much. Linking to Panini, Roxy, Ijinzu, Maiko, and Kenzo. Hi guy would tweet, I am now officially unemployed. Let's play games. While Fugi would remark, the finances were such a mess in the time I was there that I almost believe him when he says he forgot what the 500,000 was intended for. Almost. As now we return.
I don't believe shit. He's the CEO. Fuck out of here with that shit.
to ironmouse. Initially responding to that statement simply with a broken heart, and within Lord Aethelston's chat today saying the amount of lies I was fed while he looked me directly in the eyes. My trust in my heart is broken beyond repair. Ironmouse having not streamed for the past 8 days. By our estimates, the longest amount of time she has not streamed since late 2019.
Yeah, you gotta imagine she's definitely feeling it, because especially for her, it's personal, because the corporation that she was donating to, they were both the money that she was donating to the corporation that she was donating to. I just said that. Holy crap, that was a sentence. They were supposed to be helping support people who also had the same illness as her. The money, the 500K that got disappeared, that money was supposed to go towards a corporation. Once again, I'll have the link in the description. That's supposed to go towards a corporation, or a charity, my bad, that helped people who had the same illness that keeps, and gets, Iron Mouse in her bed basically the whole entire time in her room, where she, like, that's crazy. So I'm not surprised, bro. I would be heartbroken too, to know that, all that money I raised or helped raise just basically disappeared, and those kids will never get it, or the people who have those disabilities will never get it. Now, once again, luckily, as of right now, with the current new donation that's supposed to be going to that place, they have over $10 million, which is amazing. Once again, link down below if you want to donate. But still,
now returning to twitch.tv last night, saying, hello, I'm really nervous and not sure what to say, but I want to hang out and support the Immune Deficiency Foundation. The precious family raising Mouse to a brand new hype train record of 72 and giving her over 22,000 subscriptions and 350,000 bits. As here now we have Indie Mouse, or aka Leak Mouse. Iron Mouse showing off this model way ahead of schedule. He is saying, we're leaking it, I don't care. Mouse and I were actually going to do a duo outfit debut earlier. We have the most insane lore and merch planned, and I can't wait to show it to you guys when we can. Maybe we'll leak more soon. And yes, the chibi does go into the jar. Mouse and CDogVA receiving this dedicated page on the Immune Deficiency Foundation website. That as after 72 hours, her Teltify campaign is now at $1.2 million. Mouse this morning saying, thank you all so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for your kindness.
I read that wrong, my bad. So it's not at 10 mil yet, but it's double what they had originally, so that's still good.
For being the best community, thank you for making my return stream as Indie Mouse so special, and for supporting me and the Immune Deficiency Foundation. Donate plasma. I love you guys. Vtuber here with Together We Are Strong. The sketch was my little way of standing beside Iron Mouse. All the while, we also have Ilara here, calling on VTubers. It's time for the Mighty Mouse charity event. We're getting together this weekend to raise money for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. This takeover event already has 300 plus VTubers involved, with milestone raffles and tons of games. Everyone is welcome to join in and help make a difference as we aim for our $20,000 goal. Join us below. As that is all for this episode. As always, Fouet, in light of the recent situation, I'm releasing something tomorrow. Monetization will be off. Instead, I ask you to redirect it to... Okay, that is all for this episode. Send in your VTuber news to our Discord, as we'll have more things VTubers say for you soon.
And yeah, that's it. Jesus Christ, there's a lot. There's so much. I was about to say for a second. Is that Mugen? He already got his shit up? Yeah, nah, but yeah. The NDAs are out. The NDAs are out, bro. Yeah, and once again, we just got started. It hasn't been 24 hours. I would not be surprised within the next 24 hours to see some more nonsense that's going on right now, bro. I would not be surprised. But without further ado, I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Once again, this is not over by a long shot. We still got a lot more to cover, especially with everything that's coming out now. It's not going to be the only thing we're covering. I'm still going to be doing my gaming content and whatnot like I usually do, but... yeah. And once again, until we see these VTubers get their money and that corporation get their money, this shit ain't over. This shit is not over, not by a long shot. It's just begun.